Forza Motorsport's Update 4 is officially here for Forza Motorsport, so I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about that update, from content to all the sort of fixes that is done. I'm also going to tell you about the community update that they did last week as a general quarterly update that they did. So I'm going to start with that before we move on to the details of what to expect in Update 4. So what they've said is they will commit to publishing these quarter updates like the one that you're hearing to let you know where they stand on items that the community is passionate about. And they want to acknowledge the top 3 areas of feedback that they haven't addressed directly first, which is car progression, Forza race regulations, and AI. So as for car progression, they've been gathering feedback from a variety of sources, including the Suggestions Hub, socials, forums, long-time players, service players who may not be as active on the traditional community gathering places, and many of their players are enjoying the system, or they feel that a lot of their players are enjoying the system as is, but for many others it isn't delivering the upgraded experience that they expect from Forza Motorsport. And to address this, they are exploring changes to that system, and Turn 10's goal with these changes is to retain what is working for those that enjoy it, or resolving the issues many of the player base have with the system. And addressing this feedback is a top priority for the team going into 2024, but it will take time to properly evaluate options, make the necessary code changes, and thoroughly test those code changes. As for the second element, which was the Forza race regulations, they are aware that Forza race regulations are not working as intended in some situations, like inconsistent or unfair penalties in instances of intentional ramming, being pushed to the track, spinning cars, pushing drivers to the track, and high-speed collisions sometimes have no penalties, while low-speed collisions have mild penalties. And it's important that they capture all the data that they can about a race while the FRR rulings happen in error. So over the next few months, what they're going to be doing is working with some of the long-time competitive motorsport players to gather direct telemetry from when they're playing, and they will be capturing these instances and feeding data to the team so they can issue tweaks and make the FRR system more accurate and reliable. As for AI, what they've said about that is they've seen feedback about the AI's driving behavior, abruptly braking and slowing down, not accelerating out of exits, braking too hard on mild corners, and following racing lines a bit too strictly. And they understand how important it is to have fair and competitive AI in motorsport, and on the top priorities in early 2024 is addressing the over-aggressive AI while getting a cleaner race start into Turn 1, when many of the issues above most severely manifest and impact players. Now, I recognise that's quite vague from them, but that's their plan for 2024. Now, let's talk about Update 4, and there's a big kind of asterisk with this update, and they have basically said that Update 4 is focused on new content and events and contains only minor fixes for car and track content compared to previous updates, and work on game fixes to address the top community issues is ongoing. And so they've said to look out for additional improvements in Update 5 and beyond. Now, just like every other update, we've had a brand new track, and it's in preparation for the real life and virtual 24-hour. I'm obviously talking about Daytona has come to Forza Motorsport, the International Speedway, with the Tri-Oval Circuit and the Sport Car Circuit. As for the new career events, you've got the Italian Challenges available from January 18th to February 29th, All-Wheel Driven, which starts January 18th, Roadster Renaissance, which starts January 25th, Alpha Performance, which starts February 1st, Prancing Power, which starts at February 8th, Open Class Automotive Classics is available from January 18th to February 15th, and then you've got the C-Class Series, B-Class Series, A-Class Series, and S-Class Series. As for those reward cars for the Italian Challenges, you've got the 2010 Lamborghini Murcielago LP 674 SV, and the Open Class Tour has the 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA Stradale. As for the Spotlight cars, you've got the 1992 Lancia Delta HF Integrail Evo from January 18th to January 24th, the 2017 Abarth 124 Spider from January 25th to January 31st, the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quad Riforgilio from February 1st to February 7th, the 2007 Ferrari 430 Scuderia from February 8th to February 15th. As for the Car Pass cars, you've got the 2019 McLaren Senna GTR on January 18th, the 2019 Ferrari number 62 Rizzi Competizione 488 GTE on January 25th, the 2022 Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro on February 1st, and the 2018 Cadillac number 57 TA CTSV on February 8th. As for new multiplayer events for the Spec Series, you've got the Formula Master Series from January 18th to February 15th, the Forza P1 Series from January 18th to January 24th, the Daytona Sports Car Series on January 25th to January 31st, the VW Golf GTA Spec Series from February 1st to February 7th, the Modern Factory Race Car Series from February 8th to February 15th. As for the Open Series, you've got S-Class and A-Class from January 18th, X-Class and C-Class from January 25th, R-Class and E-Class from February 1st, P-Class and B-Class from February 8th. As for the new Rivals events, you've got the feature track, which is obviously Daytona, with the 1990 Mercury number 15 Whistler Radar Cougar XR7 on the Daytona Tri-Oval Circuit variant from January 18th. For VIP members, you've got the Titanic Tuner, the 2019 Subaru WRX STI S209 Forza Edition on the Road America East Route variant from January 18th. You've got the Logitech McLaren G Challenge Stage number 3 in the 2015 McLaren P1 GTR on Grand Oak National Circuit variant from January 18th. As for the Spotlight Rivals events, you've got the Lancia Delta on the Suzuka circuit on the East variant on January 18th. The Abarth 124 Spider is on Lime Rock on full alternative circuit variant from January 25th. The Alfa Romeo Giulia is on the Mid-Ohio short variant on February 1st, and the 2007 Ferrari 430 is on the Mugello full circuit variant from February 8th. That's all the content for you. And as for those bug fixes and improvements, so for tracks on all platforms, you've got a fix for Laguna Seca, where an invisible collision in the middle of the track would cause the car to spin out as if it was hit an object. On Homestead, they fixed an issue where AI would aggressively return to the race line upon exiting the pits at the Homestead Road circuit. On Silverstone, they fixed an issue where driving over the red concrete squares can slow down the player's car. On Yas Marina, there's 2 fixes, so they've adjusted the overall track surface to feel less bumpy and smoother to drive on. They've also smoothened the rumble strips on turn 14 and 15, as they previously felt too bumpy and sometimes caused the players to lose control of their car. As for specifically cars, there's quite a few of them here for, again, all platforms. The 2018 Audi number 44 R8 LMS GT3, they've rebalanced this car to be more competitive, fairer, and in line with its opponents in the Forza GT Spec Series in featured multiplayer. For the 1987 Buick Regal GNX, they fixed an issue where the headlights do not cast at nighttime. The 2011 Citroen DS3 Racing, there's 2 fixes here. They fixed an issue where the livery was missing logos from the real life car, and they've also fixed an issue where the Acura manufacturer logo appeared on the hood of the car. As for the 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, they fixed an issue where the aftermarket street HUD would not be visible when applied to the car. For the 2019 Dodge number 9 American V8 Road Racing TA Challenger, they fixed an issue where the car had no engine audio in gameplay. For the 2017 Ferrari number 25 Course Clienti 488 Challenge, they fixed an issue where the driver and dash cameras both appear off-center from where the driver is sitting in the car. On the 1977 Ford Escort RS 1800, they fixed an issue where the street hood would not be visible after applying the visual upgrade to the car. For the 1992 Honda NSX-R, they fixed an issue where dash camera view causes visual clipping through the race roll cage visual modification. On the 1992 Honda NSX-R, again, you've got a issue where they have fixed a visible gap which would appear in the car's geometry after installing a wide body kit. The 1988 Lamborghini Coutage, they've got the LP 5000 QV. They fixed an issue where the car's red tail light covers are missing. For the 2011 Lamborghini Gallardo LP 574 Superleggera, you've got a issue fixed where there was floating light would appear with the car after upgrading the rear wing. For the 2002 Mazda RX-7 Spirit R Type A, they fixed an issue where pop-up lights were not visible from cockpit camera views. For the 1989 Mercedes-Benz number 63 Soda Mercedes C9, they fixed an issue where the V8 engine sound is inaccurate in compared to its real-life counterpart. For the 1993 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec, they fixed a texture issue seen on the trunk of the car. As for the 2002 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec 2, they fixed an issue where the car colour appeared too bright. For the 1982 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3, they fixed an issue where the race rear bumper is not visible when applied to a vehicle. For the 1999 Toyota No. 3 Toyota Motorsports GT1 TS020, they've fixed an issue where multiple lights on the dash light up when applying the brakes. As for the 1998 Toyota Supra RZ, they fixed an issue where the Toyota emblem would partially appear through the geometry of the KRC Japan Sport Wing. And finally, for the 2019 Volkswagen Golf R, they fixed visible gaps appearing in the car's interior after installing the race roll cage visual modification. Moving on to the livery editor, they've done some fixes preventing stock rear wing from being painted on several cars. They've rendered bugs when tinting windows have been fixed on several cars. Specifically for the 2016 Chevrolet Camaro Supersport, they fixed an issue where liveries do not properly apply to the vehicle. As for the 2011 Citroen DS3 Racing, they fixed numerous livery mapping issues. For the 2017 Ford Focus RX, they fixed an issue where decals appeared to the right side of the aftermarket wide body kit would automatically apply another decal inverted on the left side. Also for that same car, the 2017 Ford Focus RS, they've also fixed an issue where decals applied to the right front fender obscured by the aftermarket wide body kit. For the 2018 Ford Mustang GT, they fixed an issue where the magnetic grey colour appeared matte. On the 2011 Lamborghini Gallardo LP 574 Superleggera, they fixed an issue where the manufacturer livery is not covered when a custom paint is applied to the vehicle. For the 1971 Plymouth Cuda 426 Hemi, they fixed an issue where the hood is not paintable. For the 2023 Nissan Z, they fixed an issue where the graphical artifacing would appear visible on the roof of the car after painting it black. For the 2018 Porsche 718 Cayman GTS, they fixed an issue where decals on the right side of the car are mirrored on the left side, and the 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S, they fixed an issue where decals apply to the front left side of the car are mirrored on the right side. And that's it. That's all the fixes, all the content for update 4, as well as that short community update that I did at the start of the video. What's your favorite thing about the content? I'd like to know in the comments below. I am going to briefly address my thoughts on the current state of Forza. I was going to make a whole video about this, but it's not really my style for the channel. So I will say this. I think Forza Motorsport is failing, and I do hope Turn 10 are going to do something quickly to turn it around, because I think they have an entire year to do so. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to be turning its back on it. That's what I think, in literally a couple of sentences. By all means, you can continue that discussion in the comment section below, but that's going to do it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful and want to see more like this one, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.